later on in the year. But for now, we've got 5 lights ahead of the drivers here in Singapore, and boogity boogity boogity, let's go racing for the championship. And it's a good start from Arnaud. As you'd expect on those soft compound tyres, Jamie Griffiths is already having a look down towards turn 1. But the Championship 5 have all got off the grid. Deck has got his drive through, that's what he was expected to do, and he should take that at the end of this lap, assuming there's no incidents. And for his sake, he'll hope that it stays green so he can make that pit stop and then let the chaos begin afterwards. As we see a big movement there for Leroy Hasselagger in the background out of turn 5. He escaped that with no problems, but the first little scare in this race already. And for Tony, I think at the minute his priority will be making sure that he doesn't get himself overtaken by Johannes or Ben Shaw here on the softer tyre.
Oh! Sorry, I was looking back. It was MK Bourne. Mike Kelterborn's gone flying into the right front tyre of Barry Baldwin. He almost took his entire car with him. Bazza gets away with just wing damage, but that was almost curtains for the man in his final start. Sorry to interrupt, Owen. Also, I watched Deck on the start of the race. He has probably heard me from here at JC TV HQ.
Oh, that'll be a safety car.
And he has had his very, very cautious start, unlike Deck. And as you say, Mike Kelterborn out of this race. What does that mean for Decker Cornley? Can he take a drive-through under this?
He can try. I don't know if it'll let him. And he's got Gareth Hall 2 cars behind him. What a start he's made from 16th on the grid. Arnaud will just be patient. This would be a bad day to get your restart zone wrong, wouldn't it? He comes up towards the line. He's going to go as late as possible. That could get Jamie Griffiths involved. Look at Jamie Griffiths. He may well take the lead here. He's jumped a lot of them. Unless he's the lead of the race. That was perfectly legal. And he, doesn't quite get by Arnaud. But that was a fantastic restart from Jamie Griffiths. And a sideways moment from him now out of turn 4. And he's got Johannes coming back past him. Ben Shaw's ahead of Tony Kirkpatrick, who has not had a good restart. But remember, he'll be going a little bit deeper into the race. Here comes Ben Shaw. Can he get up the inside? Very late on the brakes. Bit of contact with Jamie Griffiths. He goes wide off the track. He'll hold position against Tony. Or at least he'll try to. Tony's going right around the outside. That'll cut back. And, it lasted half a lap, but he's back to where he started, Jamie. What a restart that was, though. Baz has had a moment. No one's around him, though, to hit him. But, bit of a scare. The last thing he wants is to, 1, retire from his last race, but 2, have any involvement, sort of safety car-wise or anything like that, in this championship. Not in a negative way, anyway. He wouldn't want to put a safety car out, I don't think. But he has got a bit of damage there as Baz, and he'll probably be coming back to the pits again. But yeah, Gareth Hall, that looks, I don't know. I just don't know anymore. Who's who? Because both Casper and Gareth look quite fast, so I just don't know who's who anymore. OKK on the back straight. That could be another safety car, and it is, but how has he done that on the back straight? Who's he hit to do that? That's bizarre. That's a plane crash he's had down there. Now, wow. Arnaud, be careful. He's run over the whole front wing there of OKK, and that can puncture your car, your tyres. Decker, again, can't really take much advantage of this. I suppose it does cut out that drive-through, but he would have liked, I think, still to make it mandatory before that safety car came out, as Bazza comes into the pits.
It's not good for Tony Kirkpatrick.
No.
Anyway, green flag racing.
Yes, that's it. We actually, get some green flag racing. We've not had much of it so far. Jamie Griffiths gave us the excitement on the last restart, but actually most of this race has been under the safety car, so be a good time for these guys to get a little bit of flow into their race on this track. It is very difficult. Now, who's going to try and anticipate the start this time? This time it's Chris Waite, who has a decent start, gets past Pete Knighton, and Gareth's right up on the back of Tony into turn 1. Can you see why we need to know who this is, Gareth?
This is Casper. This is Casper.
Yeah, it has to be Casper. As we see Jordan getting past Pete Knighton as well. But I'm looking at Arnaud de Grief, who's the lead Championship 5 runner. He's just been alongside, who's that? Dustin. And then Johannes and Ben Shaw were very close to each other. But look at Decker Cornley trying to get involved, and slow on the inside there is Dustin, and Dex into the back, and there's a 3 or 4, and Bazza, sad to say, has crashed out of his final race. 4 or 5 of them have destroyed their front wings as well in there. I'm slightly surprised that hasn't gone full safety car or even red, because that was.
There is some lag.
That was Dustin just slowing down too much. I think he was trying to get out of people's way, but he ended up accidentally getting in other people's ways. So deck has damage. Since it has gone full safety now. I was going to say, since it's a VSC, they may have been able to get away with doing a pit stop, but now it's gone full safety. Which I think means we've already taken out 4 of our safety car slots, and it's only lap 8. You know, so they can't. You know, mandatories can't happen. They can all fix the damage and reset, but what this means, the more this happens, the more, you know, attrition we're going to get. And why I say that is because if we have another safety car after this, say on like lap 11, then you'll go the last 17 or 18 laps, and you can't have another one. We've got another restart coming up. Let's see if we can get, I don't know, you know, let's push the boat out. Let's get 2 laps of green flag racing, huh, shall we?
You'll be lucky.
Here comes Tony Kirkpatrick. He takes his time, and again, we've got a couple trying to anticipate it, and it's Sully versus Gareth into towards turn 1, and big contact as they head through. That's damage for Sully. They both actually got past Chris Waite while they were doing that, and Jordan is trying to get involved as well. But the important stuff's happening behind this, because Arnaud is going to have to try and find a way through. Johannes and Ben Shaw all in there, but Johannes, he's got a real chance here, because Arnaud's tucked up right behind Jordan Lane, and Johannes will follow Arnaud through there. Ben Shaw, not quite. In fact, he's got a challenge from Casper up the inside, and Casper very much wanted to be part of this himself. He feels he should have been here, but, well, of course he does. Here comes Arnaud again, another move coming up, but Chris Waite not playing ball. He can see the league owner and speed teammate in Ben Shaw closing right up, and this is very tight indeed. They could easily make contact at any moment here, and Arnaud, he's having to be patient, and look at that, it's Casper up the inside, massive lockup, and he gets past Ben Shaw, and that is going to be net third place at the minute, but he wants to get right in the thick of it with his championship drivers. Here comes Arnaud up the inside of Chris Waite and nearly puts him in the wall, perfectly judged. And he's ahead. He's got a car between himself and Johannes. He's got Casper all over the back of him.
Yep, Arnaud scampering away, and that's the best thing he could possibly do here, because Casper is looking lively. And of course, he made that massive dive bomb on Ben Shaw, which is the man who replaced him in this race, would you believe? And through they come. Another lap done. It's Gareth Hall, believe it or not, leading the way somehow. Arnaud de Gris third, and currently in championship position.
Yeah, and if only he'd named himself correctly, we'd be able to give him the credit for it. But as far as the screen tells us, that's Casper leading the race, so oh well. But at this rate, you'll end up with the other Gareth. Well, challenging for the lead. He's on the soft compound tires, flying along, it has to be said. And I'm trying to remember if this was a mandatory stop or not, actually, for him. But don't actually know. Tony's in 17 set into clean air, so he'll be hoping to take advantage of that, naturally. As, look at this, Arnaud again just stuck behind Sully, and there's a bit of contact there.
He's got away with it.
And I think he'll get the position now. He's got the line into the sling. And here comes Casper as well, trying to get involved. But Arnaud, I tell you what, he's nearly been in the wall there again as we headed towards the Anderson Bridge. He is making this look very easy, but this is a very, very stressful moment for him. As he opens the rear wing up. Not seen much DRS today so far. And this could well be the last time we ever see it if we never race on the 25 cars again. But here comes Arnaud. This is for the lead of the race. Gareth's not going to want to make this difficult. And oh, look at that, up the inside. That was unexpected. He makes a lot of contact. He can't make it stick. Well, it looked an ambitious move, it has to be said, when he made it, and he didn't quite let it stick. Now, well, Gareth Hall / Casper Klein. It could be Gareth 1-2. It could be Casper 1-2. They're both the same person, really. But no, Arnaud's going to get through and spoil that and take the lead back. And it's 2 cars between himself and Johannes. And, well, Ben Shaw, this could be him to the end of the race. We didn't mention his pit stop. But he's behind Tony in a minute. But, I mean, if he wants to win this championship, is he playing the long game here? And just hoping we get maybe no more, one more safety car. And then from then, he knows the other drivers have to make green flag stops.
Yeah, well, you say we've not mentioned his pit stop. You took the words out of my mouth. I was waiting for you to finish, and I was going to tell you that Ben Shaw was in championship position all the way down there in what is now P9. But yeah, he's going to need something to be on his side, and Arnaud scampering away once again. If Arnaud can get his pit stop in, it gives the title back to the Belgian.
No, you've done all the hard work, and now you're going to go straight into the pits. But he can see the real-time gap to Arnaud. If he makes the undercut, it's very powerful around here. That's why we're looking at Ben Shaw. Even a one-lap undercut, it could be enough when the gap is just 2 seconds. So, interesting moments here. I think, really, any point from now, you could make that next stop and get to the end. So
it's just so worth doing, isn't it? We've seen Arnaud all season stick it out for far too long and get caught out, and how many times as well is at least 4 I can account for. Get a stop in now. Johannes has a moment. Arnaud goes another lap. Johannes has had enough, and Casper follows in him.
Oh, I tell you what, that was so nearly into the wall, but he kept it just about on the island. This is going to be the most important lap of Johannes' season. What's he going to put on? I'm expecting it to be the hard compound tyres. It is the hard compound tyres. But where is Ben Shaw? He's going to be coming around the final corner right now. We're riding on board with him. The Season 8 champion, the league owner, looks to his left and sees nothing there. He's in the net race lead at the minute. That gap is massive to Johannes behind. It's about 4 or 5 seconds. And that is the power of the undercut.
Massive for Ben Shaw. The championship card is in his hand. I thought OKK had retired then, but he's only left the session. The yellow flags and the safety cars stay in. But Ben Shaw on course as it stands with 13 laps to go in Singapore, and anything can happen, but as it stands he's on his way to championship number 2. Arnaud de Grief, your move is next.
So if I'm Arnaud, you've got to pit this lap.
Got to, and he does. Get committed and he's safe. Championship saved, but there is work to be done. Don't speed, don't speed, don't speed. He's good, he's in the pits. A new set of hards, Owen, what do you think?
Well, it's got to be, hasn't it? I think Casper can afford to take a risk. He's not got a championship to lose, but...
Oh my goodness.
What's happened there? Sullivan Lewis is in the wall again tonight, and he's got away with it, and we've got away with no safety car. As side by side he goes with Dustin. Oh, that was nearly it. Oh, Leroy's gone. Leroy's out, and there's a safety car again. As
and
Ben
that is
Shaw
why you pit.
Just about takes the lead, but as we said, how many times this season has Arnaud lost out through situations like this? He's just about got away with it.
Wow. On the night you need to get away with it, he's got away with it.
Oh, but look at the gap.
Wow.
Look at the gap. It was 4 seconds. I mean, you had... I tell you what, it's a shame really for Ben Shaw. If that safety car had come 2 laps ago, he would have been in a great position. But actually, as Arnaud came to the pits, he needed that not to come out. But, well, he's got the lead regardless. That's the main thing.
What does Ben Shaw do with a 6-second lead, though? Does he come in for mediums? Would they go to the end?
They would. At this stage, he'd come out... In worst case scenario, he'd come out 5th. He may even come out 4th.
Do you know what? It's almost a risk worth taking, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't know, because...
Or will this time under the safety car, does that protect the hards enough to go to the end?
Yeah, it's a hard one to judge this, because he is going to pit, I think. He is. Okay, I guess he's done the same amount as us. So he's going to give up track position. This has to be for medium compound tyres. This has to be. There's no point in doing this for another set of hards. A medium would put him into play. And interestingly, Casper's going to come in too. Will Jordan stay out? Jordan will stay out, so he'll move up to 3rd place. But this now means that Ben Shaw on these new mediums will come out in 4th.
Owen Wyatt, I have eyes in the sky, would you believe? And I quote the message, "A little birdie told me." So I'll let you work out who that is from. But a little birdie has told a little birdie of mine that there will be rain in 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay, so that means we might catch the rain, we might not. Even if it comes, it may not be heavy enough. But well, it's never nice to know the rain's coming. But at least if you're a driver, for us, that's good news for excitement. Especially now out of safety car slots, I believe. So, you know, if it goes wrong now, then tough luck.
Make your guesses now, folks, because this is going to be straight through to the end. Unless we get a red flag, who knows? Chaka Kart, the championship awaits for one of the 5. It's green flag racing, and it's Owen Wyatt. 11 laps to go in Singapore.
And actually, this time it's Casper that's anticipated it, and Ben Shaw was asleep on that restart completely. He's had to brake late. He's got Casper right alongside him, and Jordan involved too. Casper's ahead of Ben Harrett, and Ben Shaw, right, he'll be slightly panicking now. He's got to make this move stick, and he's done it. Up into the podium positions. He doesn't have to win this race, remember. He just has to beat his championship contenders around him. Now, here comes Casper on the back of Jordan, and he'll be up the inside and should make that stick. Of course, we could be completely wrong. Maybe we could get another safety car, but I'm pretty sure we have run out of slots, and in that case, the drivers should be aware of that too, and they'll have to drive a little bit more carefully. As we saw Tony moving on to P7, and it looks to me like Gareth struggling a little bit for pace at the moment. He's falling back ever so slightly. And Ben Harrett nearly into the back of Jordan. That's not going to be helping Tony's case. He's losing a lot of time here. And he's got to make these moves stick. Having a go through the Anderson Bridge. No doing there. And Tony... I fear we're watching his championship hopes slip away here at the moment. A long way to go, but he's now a long way behind. Decker Cornley making a little bit of progress. He's up to 13th, but he's got, again, as we say, just such a long way to go to get involved here. A lot of fighting ahead of him in the mid-pack as well. We've got Chris Waits and Pete Knighton going for it, and there's Sullivan Lewis involved as well. So not comfortable at all, and it's not comfortable for Ben Shaw. Moment through the last corner, and the fastest 2 drivers of this train of 4 are at the back of it, and the fastest is at the very back of it. So this is very nicely poised. Moves are going to start happening.
Yeah, Ben Shaw's issue started 3 corners before that, where you mentioned he went off, and that I think he may have got another warning for it, but for now he remains penalty free. And you're absolutely right. I was wondering if Casper Klein might be better off Ben Shaw letting him through and pulling himself to the lead and to the championship, as Arnaud is now having to defend from Johannes and Ben Shaw and Casper Klein, as Tony has finally made his way up to P5. So championship not over yet. And Decker Cornley, by the way, he's up to P10, and there's a gaggle of 3 cars in front of him fighting away.
Yeah, he's doing well there to get through that traffic. And he's not a million miles away. I mean, this battle at the front could go wrong at any moment, so he'll need to be there to take advantage if it does. As Casper gets himself almost alongside Ben. Yeah, I think, Ben, you've just slowed down, let him through, surely.
Got to, surely.
I mean, I do wonder if Ben's forgotten the rules to his own league ever so slightly. You don't have to win the race. You just have to beat the drivers around you, and I guess it's a bit counterintuitive to let a driver pass you on purpose, but he was rear locking there for Casper. That was really into the side of Ben. This is just not helping Ben at all. He's not got any chance to make an attack. But, well, he's holding position for now. Arnaud's holding the lead superbly. And Deck up into P9. He's still moving. He's on the back of Sullivan Lewis as well. Who they've both come through the pack together, essentially, on this restart. But for Arnaud, I mean, if he's to win this race and win this championship, what pressure to do it under. He is proving his worth absolutely at the moment, as he heads through and survives another DRS zone. Does he? No! He's got Johannes just having a little look. I didn't think he was close enough to go with me. I think he just wanted to scare his rival. But unflappable. He got my attention, but absolutely unflappable is Arnaud at the front, and that's why we're in the commentary box and he's in the car. Casper's starting to slide a little bit now on his rears. We saw that a little bit on the last lap, but that was particularly bad for the chicane this time. This is good news for Ben. With every lap he survives, the more he can focus ahead of him. Because, Casper will become less and less of a nuisance every lap, in theory. Casper possibly holding out for that rain. It would need to come down pretty heavily, though, to make any difference. Here comes Johannes again on the DRS. He had to go outside this time. He gives it a go. Space has been left, but I don't think Arnaud's going to let him through that easily. And Johannes has to just slot back in. He's given it a go, But Arnoud's playing by the rules and holding his advantage is wide there because Johannes thought that was in the wall for a moment. Ben Shaw, you've really got to start doing something. But it is difficult. Obviously, on balance, he's not as fast as the two ahead as he has a big moment coming over the Anderson Bridge. On balance, he's not as fast as these two ahead. So, as opposed to being asked to overtake him is a bit of a difficult task. At what point are we going to ask the question, should he have stayed out? I'm sure he'll be asking himself the question if it doesn't work out for him tonight. He'll still have 5 laps after this, but this isn't looking good at the moment. But let's see what happens. He's still got Casper behind him. But he's very much just got to look ahead now. I won't have done damage with that, but you can see he's pushing. ERS active, DRS active. You've got to throw it at the inside here. Down the inside goes Johannes. He makes a lot of contact there and has Arnold into the wall. He's got damage in the front right end plate. He's still going to fight this out though. And the season 10 champion, season 11 I should say, has had a massive slide and he's good luck, stewards. That's all I'm going to say. But that's Arnoud in a massive amount of trouble now.
Arnoud's still very much there. And of course, DRS. There's no DRS. Yes, there is DRS, isn't there? DRS and ERS. I was thinking of 2026 regulations. He's going to have another go here, Owen Wyatt.
Mr. Aggressive goes to the inside!
Oh,
what a move that is! He gets himself in, he's hit the... Oh, look at that! He's put Johannes just about as far as he went on the last lap. Oh, he's gone wide and loses out. I don't think he can throw himself up the inside of 9. But Arnoud, well, I say, Mr. Aggressive, we haven't seen it for a while, but it's always been in there. Oh, that was close. When's Ben going to get involved in this?
He's watching, isn't he? He is watching and he is waiting. Casper's still there in for the race win. By the way, Tony Kirkpatrick in the last lap. He's found a second. No wonder. But yeah, Arnoud, as you say, still there. Still looking for another go. Does that rain come along at any point this evening? Does Johannes have the bottle to keep the lead as we're looking at 2 and a little bit laps to go?
He's going to go again. Arnoud outside at the moment into the next chicane, and Johannes, I tell you what,
rain.
Right, the rain's coming down, and Arnoud and Johannes have thrown caution to the wind here. They are absolutely just going at each other. And
it's a classic.
It's exactly what you want to see in Jacko Car. It's exactly what the league was made for. It's the exact sort of thing that Sean Hall been waiting for all season. And we're getting it here at the conclusion of this championship. Ben Shaw will be loving what he's watching, but he'd love to be involved in it. He's not got much time left to get himself a championship. Mind you, if the Frontier keep driving themselves off the road, they could well get themselves some penalties. We'll keep an eye on it. This time Arnoud wasn't as close to Johannes, and so Johannes, he's got a bit of a moment to breathe here.
Just a moment. And Ben Shaw, who's not been a factor in terms of race wins all season, is eyeing up the potential to strike when needs to have another collision. And trust me, folks, it is coming. A lap and a half to go in Singapore. The lights and the streets are alive to the sound of Jacko Car joy. A little half spin for Ben Shaw just before the hairpin, but he's still involved. Casper, by the way, has dropped back, and his race is done. And also look at I'm looking at Casper. Tony Kirkpatrick has actually got through and is chasing this pack down.
Yeah, I was watching Casper. He let him through, and he's been struggling a lot for pace. Arnoud nearly binned it. Johannes nearly binned it. The grip's already quite low out there, Jacko, as we head towards the final corners.
Absolutely. And season 13, the first of the Hall and Shaw era. It's been a classic, this Championship 5, and it's 1 lap to go in Singapore. Johannes in the hunt for his first Cup Series title. He's chased by the great Belgian Arnoud de Grief, and Ben Shaw, has he had his say? It wasn't enough of a say as he starts to drop away, but Arnoud, does he have enough left in him one more attack on the German? Here we go then, Owen Wyatt down the back straight.
He's closing Arnoud de Grief. Where's he going to go, inside or outside? Johannes stays to the middle and then goes inside. Here's Arnoud de Grief. He cuts across. Has he broke late enough to get to the corner? Not quite. Here comes Johannes back at him, and he's going to hold the lead up the inside. Arnoud's hitting a wall. I don't believe it. Oh, and Ben Shaw's going to win the championship. Yes!
That's unbelievable. You've never seen anything quite like that. One of the most experienced drivers in the league. Arnoud de Grief has thrown it all away in the rain, and Ben Shaw. He's going to do it on the big stage, Owen. He's going to win his second championship. Can he keep it on the road? His nearest challenger is Johannes. He's 4 seconds behind. Like I said just now, it's been a winless season for Ben Shaw. It's been 17 races searching for a victory. It's been nearly 3 years without a championship, but he's got half a lap to go as the man from St Helens in England.
The rain is still coming down, and Johannes is fighting away with no front wing, so he's not going to be able to do anything. Tony is too far behind. The gap's almost 5 seconds. And for Ben Shaw, he's already starting to celebrate. He knows he's got this in the bag. He just has to survive the next few corners. And, well, he bided his time. He looked like he was losing pace. And frankly, out of nowhere, Ben Shaw is going to come through. And once again under the lights, Ben Shaw is the Jett-O-Kar Cup Series champion. He's a 2-time champion. The Shaw and Hall era has started in perfect style for Ben Shaw. What an ending. It's a shame to see, obviously, the accident at the front. I mean, it's not what Arnoud wanted to have happen. He went for it. He may have lost his head at the end. But you know what? It was good racing. Johannes, he fought very well. 3rd place. He'll be disappointed, but he gave it his all there. And Tony, I tell you what, only 3.5 seconds off in the end. He wasn't far off. And Johannes, let's say 3rd. He did get up to 4th in the end.
That's unbelievable.
But it wasn't quite enough. It's probably still his best Jett-O-Kar finish. At least it's right up there with his best. So he gave it his all tonight. And Arnoud, well, he doesn't... I mean, do you know what? He was half a lap away from completing the greatest season ever. But he's fallen at the very last hurdle. I don't think we've ever seen anyone bin it like that on the last lap. Not to the point of DNFing and taking a rival out. I mean, that takes Casper's capitulation in Vegas, which also gave Ben Shaw the title. And it just trumps it by quite some way.
Yeah, yet again, Owen Wyatt taking words out of my mouth under the lights as he did 3 years ago in Las Vegas. Ben Shaw wins it on the final lap with a huge margin of victory. It doesn't matter. All season, no wins. He saved the best fill last. And Ben Shaw, put that number 2 next to your name. He joins the likes of Khalifa and Jamie Wright, an icon of Jett-O-Kar.